You know, the world can judge things. One of the things that in this situational ethics thing that just really, really fractured me is I remember watching some of the footage on the television when Katrina went in and devastated part of our nation. Everybody remembers that. And there was a particular part where people were knocking in windows and they were running out carrying expensive televisions and all of that type of stuff. And they had this panel of people sitting there discussing it. And one guy was saying, we should put those people in jail because they're stealing. And another individual said, well, no, don't you realize these are poor folks and they've never had anything nice. And this is their one opportunity in life to have something nice. The world deals with situational ethics. But God never deals with situational ethics. God deals, beloved, in absolutes. If it was right yesterday, it's right today, it's going to be right tomorrow, and I'm glad about that because you can count on it. Amen. You can build your life on it. It's not wrong today and right tomorrow. It is consistent, and God is consistent. But you see, some Christians, when times get difficult, they don't want to hear anything about God's absolutes on money. Because they play Christian situational ethics. This is what they say. Well, I've lost my job, so I don't have to tithe. Boy, have I lost support. Wow. They were with me, Don. Now they're gone. Or you know what, whatever it takes. It's hard times, and so I don't have to do what God says anymore. God only declares that 10% of all that we have belongs to Him when, let's say, we're knocking down 50 grand a year.
Thank you for visiting Full Gospel Temple YouTube. It is an honor to bring you these videos from our pulpit. If these sermons have blessed you, would you consider taking a moment and visiting our website to make a donation? Something else you can do is order the DVD of this program. Each program is dated. Simply mark on a piece of paper the date along with your name and address, phone number, and send $12 plus $3 shipping and handling to Full Gospel Temple, care of Media, 34033 Palmer Road, Westline, Michigan, 48186. This program is copyright 2009.
Let me hit you with this one, darling. Those of you that are sitting there and you're thinking, well, I'm tithing, so I'm cool. Well, take heed. Take heed, those who think ye stand, lest ye fall. Did you realize that if all you're doing is tithing, you're still not giving? Tithing is not giving. Because the tithe belongs to God. You're not going to come over to my house and pick up my stuff and then smile and hand it to me and say, I want to give this to you, Pastor. That's like one time my wife threw a birthday party for me, and behind my back she took a lot of my stuff and gave it to people, and they wrapped it. And there they come over, and I'm unwrapping it, and I'm going, this looks awfully familiar. Here's the tragedy of the whole thing. I almost got through all of them until I realized it was my own stuff. But you see, that wasn't giving. Some people in the church think that tithing is giving. They think, oh, I've tithed, so I've given. No, you haven't. All you've done is taken God's stuff and give it back to Him. Now, if you go in your own house and you get something and you bring it over to me and say, I want to give this to you, Pastor. Oh, that's giving. You see the difference? We have to understand that tithing right from the beginning, beloved, is something so much more than giving. Tithing, beloved, is part of the law of first fruits. God has demanded from mankind from the very beginning that the first of everything belongs to Him. The first of everything. Did you notice that Jesus got up early in the day and gave God the first part of His day for prayer? Did you understand that even in the garden, God said to Adam and Eve, go ahead and deal with all these trees, but this one's mine. Leave it alone. Law of first fruits. Later on in the law, God said that every child that was born, the first male, belonged to him. As the customs and the economy of God seems to move along, the principles remain the same. You see, one of the things the Pharisees could never get, beloved, and you need to understand this, the Pharisees only understood the letter of the law. They only cared about fulfilling every little minute part of the law, but they never understood God's principles.